Welcome back. Today is May 9th. It's evening now. I have taken today to re-record the pre-assignment for the basic hypnosis training being recorded in Daytona Beach starting Wednesday, going through Friday, and as a pre-conference workshop. The Hypnosis Alliance group is meeting at the Hypno Expo in Daytona Beach. If you're still interested, the hypnosisalliance.com website has instructions on how to get registered. You can also pick up a free copy of this basic hypnosis training manual, available for free download on the Hypnosis Alliance website, hypnosisalliance.com. That's www.hypnosisalliance.com. This is chapter 107, chapter 7, Formulating Suggestions. When we deliver an effective suggestion, we want to move toward an objective. When we move toward an objective, we tend to have a pattern of moving toward, which is rises and treads. Rises and treads. When we move away from things, we tend to have a pattern that moves in an oscillation up and down, meaning we get away from something, and then the conscious mind is happy and the unconscious mind is bored and it falls back down, and the conscious mind says, ah, and the unconscious mind says, oh, I'm so delighted, I'm motivated again. And we try to get away, and we try to get away, and then we get away, and the conscious mind is so delighted, oh, I'm free, and the unconscious mind says, oh, gee, I'm so bored, and I fall back into my problem. So we want to move towards something instead of away from something. And we have to be very clear about what it is that we want. For example, I can't say to you, think about this thingamabob that I just put behind my back. It's in my hand. Well, now you know it's small enough to be in my hand, but you have no idea what that thingamabob is. Oh, well, I can use it to turn on a light. That's an electronic clicker. What is it? Oh, look, it's a light pole. And can I only use it as a light pole? Well, actually, I could use it as a hypnotic device going back and forth. And so if I tell you what I have and what I can do with it, then it's easier for us to use that tool or that idea effectively. So when your client comes to you and you say, hey, what can I do for you today? What are you here for? What's the one change you would like to achieve from today's session? If I could wave a magic wand over your head, what would that one thing be that you would want to change today to make your life more fun, more productive, more loving, more wealthy, whatever it is that you want more of, or you want to do better? Now let's talk about congruence. There's the idea that I can say one thing with my mouth and I can say another thing with my body. For example, I might say yes, and I nod my head, or I might say no, and I shake my head. And those are congruent messages. They do and say the same thing. A friend of mine who was a driver to different gurus has been very productive in pointing out that a person's feet don't lie. Lips can lie, feet don't lie. If a person's talking to you about how they want to be there while their feet are pointed to the door or the body's pointed to the door, that person is really wanting to be gone. So if someone says to you yes and they shake their head side to side, that is an incongruent message. And if a person says no while the head goes up and down, that's another incongruent message. I assume one of the reasons we have issues with attention deficit is that children are bored because the school system is not teaching to the child, it's wanting the child to teach a test or learn a test. And another thing besides the lack of interest is the desire. There has to be a desire that the child is hearing an accurate message, because if a child hears one thing and sees another, chaos. You can see a child hear one thing and see another, and then go crazy. There's this acting out, and then you have the mother who says, "Oh, my little Johnny, he is such a pill. He's been so bad. Aren't you bad, little Johnny?" Little Johnny's playing peacefully, and now he knows that he's a pill and he's bad. And when he's a teenager, all those thoughts and ideas are hammered in there. Just like the one that says, "You're no good, you're stupid, and you're never going to amount to anything." Those kind of words will stick in there, and we might say, "Sticks and stones can break my bones, and names will never hurt me," but names do, and words do. They have a lot of power. So you paint a picture in the mind of another person with your voice, words, actions, and comments that you make about what you perceive with your senses. These suggestions need to be given with a complete focus of your attention as best you can. The focus of attention creates a powerful rapport. This type of attention is found in intense emotion, parenting, mothering, sales. So you lead the subject through his or her own response to relaxation and ask questions. Solicit feedback and mirror the subject to enhance the subject's experience. When you get to the challenge line of a suggestibility test, then you have to be more directive. You use the rapport that was built to lead the subject's mind, and the subject's mind has already been receiving suggestions, followed by suggestions on top of suggestions, compounding the effects of all the suggestions that have gone before, and every suggestion leads to a more powerful response to the first suggestion at the bottom. The goal for the subject is to be so deeply into what they're doing that when they receive the challenge line, they rarely notice that you give the direct command. You will try and find you cannot. You will try and open your eyes, and you cannot. You will find that you try and open your hands, and you cannot. It just won't work. You will try and bend that arm, and you'll find you cannot. It just won't work, no matter how hard you try. Try hard and then forget all about it. You stop the challenge shy of the logical mind re-engaging. It's about the imagination. With the acceptance of this perception, the imagination has been excited and the critical faculty has been bypassed. So how do you deliver effective suggestions? How do you develop them? Mark Gilboyne, again, is going to be our source of 5 rules for developing effective suggestion. I got these in 1987 in Glendale, California. The first is to use a positive statement. Say what you want instead of what you don't want. Focus on your intention. Be like Thoreau. We tend to hit that at which we aim. Focus the solution, the outcome, instead of the problem. Let the problem be a peripheral thought. It's there, but it's a thorn, not the rose. Pay attention to the rose. What do you want? The next one is awareness. It's whatever you are most aware of that you will attract. What you put your mental energy into, you will find everywhere. So dwell upon that which you desire, or the method of attaining those results rather than the problem. Number 3, use present tense, like Emile Coué. Every day in every way, I am doing better and better and better. Number 4, be specific. Carefully state what you want. Instead of saying something like, "Oh, I'm losing all this weight," you say, "I am now a size 10, 148 pounds, lithe, lean, limber. I find myself attracted to those marvelous foods, those things that are good for my body, for my mind, for my guts, for my health." This is a very different way of looking at it than saying, "Oh, why am I fat?" If I ask that why question, as Fritz Perls pointed out, then I have the problem of my mind finding all the solutions to the why question. Why am I fat? Oh, my mind thinks, I ate all that cake. and a half a gallon of ice cream, and I went back for seconds on a mac and cheese. You see, whatever I dwell upon, my mind will bring to me. What would it be like? What will it be like? What is it like when I am a size 10, 148 pounds? Oh, I find myself ignoring, ugh, can't stand that thing, too sweet. I find myself having apples and all those marvelous things that are beneficial for me and eating only the amounts that are perfect for my excellent health. I am so alive, lean, and limber again. I love it every day in every way. I am more and more alive, lean, and limber. All these thoughts, ideas, and feelings are summarized by slender. So the word I just used was called a one-word key or a hypnotic trigger, a one-word key. So you think of all the words that you put down that describe what you want, and then, oh wait, I forgot. Rule number 5, use I am. Identify who's doing what you want done. Be sure to include yourself, because this is where the power lies. The power lies inside you. It's an inside job. Once you've written your affirmations, we'll be doing this in group here and discussing, tearing them down and putting them back together again. Be sure you have been specific and written in the present tense. Correct any errors. Enter self-hypnosis, relax for several minutes before reviewing your affirmations again. Discard any affirmations that leave you feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Affirm the affirmations and affirm the method as well as the end result. Affirm proper attitudes and your own personal beliefs at the attainment of your goals. You can bypass the logical arguments against your goals by using ideomotor finger signals to affirm your choices of affirmations. And we'll look at ideomotor signals at a later point in this training. Let me make a note. All right. So instead of reading a whole paragraph of suggestions you've given yourself, you can condense it down with one word. Instead of reading your affirmations 50 times a day, you look at that one word. You think of that one word. A keyword to trigger the affirmations. It's known as a key, an anchor, a trigger, and it triggers the memory banks to review the entire selection of affirmations that you have prepared. You select a word or a short phrase that symbolizes the entire goal toward which you're striving. Regarding weight, you might say, slender, sexy, shapely, attractive, trim, slim. Once you have selected your trigger word, close your eyes and say the word. Does it feel right? Does it feel right? We have to do an inner lie detector test. And we'll do that probably during day 1 to make sure that you know how to use the brains of your body to pick the right ideas, thoughts, and feelings to reflect more fully what's meaningful and valuable to you. Once you have a satisfaction about the way you feel about your keyword, then you read your affirmations and think. Whenever I say, hear, see, think the word or phrase slender, it automatically reinforces all these affirmations. You might want to put your trigger word on a 3x5 card. You could put them on the fridge, in the bathroom, on the dash of your car, in your wallet. You might want to select a common phrase or word, something you use in daily conversations. So you make sure you think or say that phrase several times daily. Once you've reached a desired goal, you can reuse your same keyword again. Now, post-hypnotic suggestions. What is that? Well, I've been giving you lots of direct suggestions. I've been recommending that you use every one of my little glitches, like pushing my hair out of my face or pointing at myself, my little mannerisms, or clearing my throat with my little postnasal thing, or pointing at myself or pointing at you, all to reassure you that you're getting way better at learning what suggestion means to you and how you can use it to more beneficially enhance your life in some way for the better. Now, why do I do those things? Because I'm asking you to use little things that I do repetitively to get deeper and deeper into your unconscious mind so I can get you to do things. For example, here's a projected post-hypnotic suggestion. We can have two responses. It's projected or continued into the waking state, or a response that's elicited from a sudden signal or subconscious message or stimulus, which is the second part is where Hollywood gets the wonderful hype. The phone rings and a person whistles a tune and I go into trance and I go rob the bank and I go bring them all the money and I go to jail for it while they go away free and clear. No, hypnosis doesn't work like that unless I have a proclivity to doing those things. It's highly unlikely I could be talked into doing anything against my personal, moral, or religious beliefs. But here is a projected post-hypnotic suggestion. That's fine. When you emerge from trance and return to waking state, you will remember to forget all about it. Here's another projected post-hypnotic suggestion. That's fine. As I count from 5 to 1, you will return to full waking state, feeling better than you felt before, better than you have felt in a long time, remembering to forget all those things you don't need to remember. Bunch of suggestions in there. I'm telling you to feel good and forget the things you don't need to remember because it works. Here's another one. This is an elicitation example. That's fine. Close your eyes. When I have you open your eyes, anytime you see me, you will instantly drop into a deeper sense of awareness of how suggestions are impacting you. You won't remember that I gave you the suggestion, but you will react to it. You can forget consciously this whole conversation, but anytime any of those things, you're going to go to a state where you become more and more aware of great suggestions, how to use them for yourself, how to use them on others. It will happen instantaneously. You won't remember that I gave the suggestion. Forget the whole conversation, but be guided by it. All right, now open your eyes, please, and notice how you feel. I'd like you to write a little bit in your journal now. I'd like you to write what you learned from these readings and exercises of the pre-assignment. What did you learn about yourself and your relationship with the world around you? What surprised or delighted you? What did you want more of? What did you want less of? What do you want to know more about? Wonders await those who use the mysteries of the mind. Great curiosity exists deep within. Thank you for coming to play in the fields of the mind with me today. I look forward to seeing you again at the Hypnosis Alliance Conference in Daytona Beach this week. Thank you.